Stop talking about your dream business and design the system that actually builds it. Business owners, if you're honest and take a step back, your business probably isn't a complete nightmare anymore. I mean, it works, right? Revenue comes in, team gets stuff done if you're giving out the tasks, but it also doesn't look or feel anything like the dream business that you planned. You're still in more meetings than you want, still the backup brains, the backup thinker to too many things, still owning the day-to-day and revenue generation, and your ideal week lives in a notebook, not on your actual calendar. And if I opened up your calendar right now, would I see the life, the business, and the role you say you want, or a slightly more profitable version of the job you were trying to escape? In this video, I'm going to show you how to redesign 1 week of your life so that when you repeat it, your existing business starts to transform into that dream business in the next 67 to 90 days. If we haven't met, I'm Dr. Shannon Irvin. I've been a business owner for over 20 years. I'm the author of the best-selling book, 67-Day Year, and I help business owners turn already successful, exhausting businesses into self-scaling companies that don't consume them. I had a season in my business where revenue looked great, but my weeks were absolute chaos. Every quarter was a new push, a new launch. My dream business lived in my head and lived in my vision board, but my actual week said otherwise. By the end of this video, you'll know why your current weekly operating system is quietly blocking your dream business you planned, how your brain wires around a 67-day pattern, not one-time decisions, and a perfect week formula I use with my scaled CEO clients to align time, energy, and revenue with the team owning outcomes, and how to run a 67-day year dream week sprint so that your calendar finally matches the business you said you wanted to begin with. We'll start with why your dream business hasn't shown up yet, even though you're smart and successful. Then we'll define what a dream business actually means for you at this stage, time, exit, or doing what you love. Next, I'll walk you through a perfect week formula, how to engineer one repeatable week that builds the type of self-scaling business that you're looking for. And at the end, I'll show you how to run a 90-day sprint around that week, plus how to get my help mapping it out in detail. So your dream business doesn't live in your 3-year vision. It lives in the week you're willing to live on repeat. Your brain automates what you repeat in about 67 days. And that's why in the 67-day year, we focus on doing the same things in the same order long enough so that your neural networks, your nervous system, the synapses in your brain can automate and your team can't ignore them anymore. Most owners' weeks are about 80% reactive. Email, Slack, quick calls, got a minutes, surprises. There's no stable pattern. The brain can't encode a new identity or a new operating system. You're actually working against how your brain is wired. You say you want to be a scaled CEO, but your week is still wired like an overworked operator. Once you see your week as the code your brain is running, you're going to realize you don't have a dream business problem. You have a weekly operating system problem. Change the week, repeated for 67 days, and the business has to start changing with it. So I want to get really practical right now. Your dream business is just your current business, but with a different normal week for you. So I want you to define in concrete, non-beginner terms, ask these 3 questions and jot them down. How many hours a week do you actually want to work 12 months from now? What percentage of your time should be CEO work, thinking, leading systems versus sales and delivery? What do you never want on your calendar again that's currently there every week? Now, this is not about starting from scratch. This is the same business model mostly, but a different role, different energy, different weekly pattern. So keep those answers handy because your dream business isn't a place you arrive. It's a week you design and repeat it until it becomes your new normal. So now I want to dive into the perfect week formula. Now, this is for established business owners only. I want to build with you one engine, one perfect week that if you repeated it for 67 days, it would pull your current business toward that dream vision that you have. So we're going to structure the week with the following blocks. Sunday or Friday is game planning for 30 to 45 minutes. That's when we're actually creating the game plan for the week. We're going to decide 3 to 6 high value outcomes for the coming week that move you towards the dream business, not keep the current one alive. So you want to ask yourself, If this time was money, would I spend it right here, or would I remove it, or would I delegate the rest? Then we want to look at daily CEO deep work blocks. We want to talk about 60 to 90 minutes, preferably in the morning or in your highest energy period. No email, no Slack, no meetings. It's used for building systems, dashboards, hiring decisions, and key content or strategic thinking, or maybe revenue engine blocks. It's your brain power time. This time specifically for sales calls, offer refinement, marketing assets, not general marketing. So we want it pre-scheduled, not squeezed in or left in leftover time. And then we want to talk about the leadership and team rhythm of the week. So one weekly leadership meeting around a simple red, yellow, and green dashboard. Clear owners for each number. You review, you don't rescue. And here's what's non-negotiable: health and energy blocks. Let's be honest. Without this, it doesn't matter how much your business grows if your health goes in the basement. That was me a decade and a half ago, where my adrenal glands were failing. Everything relied on me. You cannot run a scaling business with a health system that's declining. This means in your week, we're going to look at the sleep window, the movement, the food decisions scheduled, like investor meetings. Your brain is an asset. Your calendar needs to absolutely show this. And then you need to have boundary windows, just availability by design, not default. So you want to set windows for emails and DM. Outside that, you're not on call, so your team learns to solve problems without you. This is paramount to creating a self-scaling business. And you can do it in 1 week's period of time by implementing what we're talking about today. So when you look at this week on paper, it should feel like if I lived this week 10 times in a row, my business and my life would look so different. That, my friend, is your perfect week. Now I want to talk about the 67-day dream week sprint. Look, designing the week, that's the easy part. You've probably done something similar before. The transformation happens when you live it long enough for your brain to hardwire it and for your team to make the adjustment. So like, how do you actually do this? First, you lock in the week in your calendar for the next 10 weeks, non-negotiable. Do that now, like non-negotiable, same blocks, same times, with wiggle room for only true emergencies. Run a 67-day year rule, the same actions, the same order, following your calendar, nothing off the calendar. Treat it like a lab experiment. You're testing what happens when you actually live the life and behave as the CEO for your dream business 67 days straight. Daily, 10 to 15 minutes, I want you to review your calendar at the end of each day. What worked? What broke the pattern? What do I need to adjust tomorrow while keeping these core blocks? Weekly, I'm going to do a Friday debrief for about 30 minutes with yourself or potentially with your leadership team. Did we honor the perfect week at 80%? What shifted in revenue, in stress, in team ownership? Remove or refine, but don't blow the whole week up, because you're protecting that dream business from self-sabotage, because you're going to notice the urge to fill in the white space with more doing or more meetings. I want you to reframe that discomfort as your old operating system, your old identity dying off. If you're thinking, this sounds exactly like what I need, but I'm not sure which part of my week or the business should change first, that's exactly what we do in the Self-Scaling Business Diagnostic. It's a free live workshop where we diagnose and score your CEO, team, and profit systems and show you which one is actually capping your dream business right now. You can grab your spot at the link below this video. So I want you to imagine 10 weeks from now, you wake up and your calendar already reflects your role and hours you said you wanted in that dream business. Your team is running more of the day-to-day because your leadership rhythm and deep work time are actually installed. And you have 67 days of evidence that when you decide to change your life and business, you follow through. That's what happens when you stop trying to build a dream business through hustle and grind and in your head and start building it one perfect week at a time. We fit these perfect weeks into our scaling system, 90-day KPI-based cycles that focus on the core constraint of your business and team outcome, not just tasks, true ownership. So if this hits home because your business is successful on paper, but your week still doesn't feel like your dream, here's your next move. Register for the Self-Scaling Business Diagnostic. We'll treat your business a little bit like a lab. We'll score the CEO, team, and profit systems and pinpoint the one constraint your perfect week needs to address first. After the diagnostic, you can grab the best-selling 67-day year book. We'll map your 67-day dream week sprint what to change, what to stop doing, and how to reclaim 10 to 20 hours a week without shrinking revenue. The links are right below this video. Your dream business, it's not a someday vision. It's a week you're willing to live on repeat. So let's design it, then go live it for the next 67 days. That, my friend, is how you start to build a self-scaling business. That's what I have for you this week. Bye for now.